What is good, everyone? Welcome back to Nate Trades. Today is day number 17 of documenting my journey to becoming a consistently profitable day trader. Today is Tuesday, July 21st. I'm going to be going over the one trade I ended up taking and the two trades I ended up fading. But first, let's get right into market bias. Okay, on the daily time frame, you can see here that we just tapped into a daily fair value gap. And so from here, this was a place that I was looking for price to potentially reject and go lower. On the 4 hour time frame, you can again see we took out the overall high, and then we actually had an SMT with ES not taking out this significant high and respecting this bullish 4 hour. On the 1 hour time frame, you can again see obviously just displacing higher, but with the SMT here, I was looking for a move lower potentially to either this 4 hour or on ES taking out the internal low, the 1 hour intermediate low, and then potentially a long. All right, going right into the gamma exposure side of things, you can see here at open, we started at 706, and our biggest gamma level on QQQ, which is this one, QQQ SPY, biggest one on QQQ, which correlates to NQ, was sitting here at the 705 level. On SPY, you can see that we opened at 746, and our biggest gamma level was actually above. So for that reason, I thought we might move higher after a move lower. All right, going into the first trade setup that I actually faded, here's what it is. So we put in a bullish SMT at the 4 hour, which is also London low, with ES sweeping out the pre-market low and NQ not doing that. And then we got immediate displacement, which it looks super clean, but the reason I faded it was because of gamma. You can see here that QQQ had its highest gamma strike at 705, and past it there wasn't really anything, and there wasn't any other big gamma strikes that we were potentially drawing towards. Here on QQQ, at that exact moment, we were basically at 705. So for that reason, I faded the setup. This is how it would have played out. It would have been break even and then ran right to stop loss. All right, going into the first and actual trade setup that I ended up taking, this is what it was. So you can see NQ manipulated lower into the 4 hour and actually hit true day open, and then we immediately rejected, getting clean displacement and clean structure. So looking at the gamma side of things, you can see we had traded away from 705, so we at least had 705 as a target at this point, still being the biggest possible gamma strike. So what did I do? I entered here, stop loss at the low, super clean, and then break even just right here, and this is how it played out. Edged my stop loss, then went right up, I went break even, and then right here, QQQ hit the 705 gamma strike, which I'll explain in a minute, but price likes to be sticky because market makers, dealers are hedging, and so when it's a positive gamma strike, they have to hedge against the market, so placing short positions. And so, yeah, anyways, so I was break even here, targeting the overall high, though to be honest, I was thinking about just targeting this high right here, and then got brutally break even before it did run all the way up. All right, going into the third and final setup that I actually faded. So this was the second setup that I faded for, again, gamma reasons. So what did we do? We edged New York AM high while putting in a bearish SMT now with ES taking it out. And then we retraced down into a 5 minute. The structure on this is perfect. The displacement on this is perfect. The draw on liquidity is pretty okay with relative equal highs, even though there's an SMT. But the gamma is bad on this. So at this exact moment on QQQ, you can see that we are sitting at 706. This whole time, the 705 gamma strike has been the biggest one, and it never moved. We slowly started adding more up here at the 708 gamma strike, but at this point, there was not enough up there for me to even consider taking this long. So two reasons that I wouldn't take this long is because QQQ was just hovering at the 705 and it kept acting as sticky as a magnet, and straight up 705 was below, and there wasn't a big gamma strike or gamma target for me to target. So this is how it would have played out. I honestly don't know if I would have gone break even here at the internal high or at the relative equal high, but straight up I would not have taken this trade, and this is how it would have played out. So price is currently sitting there. And yeah, that is it from the trades that I ended up not taking. Now, the reason I went break even, especially at the 750 or 705 gamma strike here, is because of one simple reason. The thing I've noticed through the last couple weeks of studying gamma and using it, incorporating it into my trading, is that we like to be sticky to price. sticky to positive gamma levels that are the biggest. You can see that we pretty much the whole day, we just kept bouncing off the 705. You can see we kept bouncing off it. We even retraced back to it when we broke above it. And so for that reason, when we hit it, we could have just continued lower. I didn't really have a great narrative for price, even though SPY had bigger gamma levels above. I've just noticed that when SPY and QQQ do not correlate on their gamma price targets, if you will, that it just doesn't work. And so, yeah, that is why I did that. And again, yeah, you can just see we just continually were bouncing and just playing sticky to the 705 gamma strike today. And so, yeah, so that's my lesson from today is just continue working on gamma and continue targeting the best gamma strikes. And that is it from today's trading recap. If you want to follow along with my journey, hit the subscribe button below. You can also follow me on Instagram at natetrades.official. I post daily Bible verses along with my daily bias. And yeah, peace out, everyone. Have a great rest of your Tuesday.